All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word and truth and sincerity. And there's the brothers from Great Millstone Tampa Church. And we're just going to do an open forum. The Lord's will is edifying. So go ahead, brothers.
Come.
Yep.
Hey, so basically, before brothers get the presets that they're getting, Esau's coming down. We're coming into the time of this famine of the word, and we're quickly approaching it. Earlier today, you had YouTube, and I'm pulling up the article right now. It says YouTube to ban hateful videos with supremacist content. All right, and this is the article right here in RT News. All right, and it came out earlier today at around like 2 o'clock. All right, or 4 o'clock around that time. But nonetheless, what's happening? All right, because when you go into that word supremacist, all right, the root word is supremacy, and let me get the definition real quick, just for edification's sake. All right, the definition says a state, and this is for the word supremacy. It says a state or condition of being superior to all others into authority, power, or status. If a brother can give me real quick, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. All right, because at the end of the day, this truth, all right, is basically what we're pushing through doing this by pushing these words of YAHAWASHI, the names of the Lord and His only begotten Son. When we push these words out, what we're pushing is a supremacist message. Okay, if a brother got that Deuteronomy 7 and 6, Bubba Shah?
Come on, I got you. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. And it says, for thou art an holy people, verse 7. I'm sorry, verse 6. Hold off a little bit. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people.
Salakia, brother, read it verbatim, Bubba Shah.
Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
And who's that talking about? That's talking about the Israelites. Okay, go ahead.
Unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the Lord chose the Israelites above all people. So that would make the Lord a supremacist.
Yeah.
So let's read this definition again of supremacy. It says a state or condition of being superior to all others in authority. And first and foremost, whenever you think about the Lord is above everybody. So would that not be a form of supremacy as well? The Lord Himself is superior to everyone else. So that's a form of supremacy. So when you talk about the Lord's chosen people, that's a form of supremacy. Because the Lord, like the brothers just read, we're above all other nations. And so when we brothers do these videos, and when we go out on the highways and byways, and we're bringing out the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai, in a general sense, we're going to be speaking a supremacist message. We're going to be bringing forth a supremacist message. So in the eyes of these people, according to the definition of supremacy, which is all set up by these elites of Esau, all right, the elites of Esau Edom, all right, it's all geared towards this famine of the word that's getting ready to come, because this is like we just like this article that came out earlier today. YouTube is removing all supremacist content, man. And this is the spirit that I checked my email before we started this video, and I got a video banned earlier today, man, for supremacist talk, man. So Esau is cracking down real quick, man. And then this famine of this word is getting ready to come down very quickly, man, like an avalanche upon these 2/3, man. All right, upon these Israelites that don't want to wake up and don't want to wake up to the fact that they're Israelites, man. All right, we're getting into that time where you people need to wake up and smell the lamb chops, or you're gonna get left behind, and it's gonna be a very terrible thing for you, man. All right, brothers, got any precepts?
Kind of real quick. Quam, if you still got that Deuteronomy 7, jump down to the
Yeah.
14th verse, just to further
14.
prove that we'll just read it.
Deuteronomy 7 and 14. It says, "Thou shalt be blessed above all people."
Yeah, there it is again. So not only did the Lord set us up to be above all people, to our physical nature, our spiritual nature, our mentality, but He said that we're gonna be blessed above above all people.
It says, "There shall not be male or female barren among you, or among your cattle."
Yep, that's the point. Pretty much, we're gonna be blessed,
Yeah.
and ultimately, we're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. It's gonna really show the supremacy of how, as Esau likes to say, the bigotry of the Lord, all right? How much a bigot that the Lord is, because He has a favoritism to one people, man, and that's the children of Israel. Go ahead, though.
Keep going.
Oh no. Go ahead, Kanaka. You had it.
It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined unto them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. All right, the Israelite foreigners. And it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Once again, going back to this, the Bible is full of supremacy, man. If you want to you better off just banning the Bible. Pretty much, that's what you will have to do.
Yeah,
All right, to stop this word, from going forth. All right, outlaw the Bible, outlaw the scriptures. It's no stopping it. It's all throughout the Bible. All right, as the brother just read, Deuteronomy 7 and 6, the Lord has set us up above all nations, man. All right, but here it is, the so-called white man, he has years of supremacy. Hey, the picture of Cedric Borgia, all right, that's supremacy. All right, teaching, Jake, that he was a slave, that's supremacy. So the so-called white man is just a hypocrite, man. All right, so reading on, it says, in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right, so we're gonna rule over our oppressors, man. So hey, the scriptures let us know that we are superior. That's what you get, supremacy, superior. All right, another word for superior. All right, we are superior. We are the superior nation on the planet of Earth. All right, just by default. Hey, that's why they got a problem with Jake. All right, because Jake is just superior by default. The scriptures say, one shall be stronger than the other. All right, so all throughout the Bible, from the beginning to the end, all right, it's full of supremacy, man. All right.
Nope. I got a precept to go with that real quick. Because like you said, the spirit from the beginning to the end. So we're gonna jump from the Old Testament to the New. This is Revelation 2 and 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received in my Father. So the elect, all right, beginning with the elect, is going to be joint heirs with YAHAWASHI according to Hebrews chapter 8, or so like Romans chapter 8, and they're going to rule over the nations, man, with a rod of iron. So that goes to show the supremacy that Israel is and will have over all the other nations, man. It ain't nothing new under the sun. All right, they've been superior from day one. All right, the Israelite man, woman, and child is superior to all these other feeble nations, man. The only reason why we at the bottom is because it was for our punishment. But the Lord is going to set us up on high again, and it's going to really show. And even look, I mean, take a look at us in our hell, in our captivity. We still better than these heathens, man. All right, everything we do is better than them. Whether it be sports, okay, or what debates, okay, whatever the topic may be, Israel's always going to shine, all right, because we're naturally superior. It ain't nothing that we did. I mean, yeah, you can say that, Jake, like the practice Like, but you're just born with it. You're just naturally superior than everybody else. It's like that movie, Brightburn. Where he tell his aunt, he said, "I'm superior than you."
Yeah.
He realized he was superior than them, man.
Yeah. Hey, why isn't her YouTube processing that movie?
Yeah.
Con.
He said, "Take the world, man." You know.
Yeah, take the world. That's a form of supremacy.
Yeah.
You know. Real quick, I got a precept because you said you're gonna jump from the Old Testament to the New Testament. Now through the Spirit, I'm gonna jump into the Apocrypha. All right, this is Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. So everybody comes from Adam, you know. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So the Lord chose a certain sect out of Adam. Okay, verse 55. All this, I select all this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes. That's a possessive. All right, that's a possessive sentence. As for the other people which also came of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel, man. So these other nations outside of the nation of Israel, because it's said over and over and over and over again throughout the scriptures that the nation of Israel is the chosen people of the Lord, man. So all these nations are counted as spittle. They are counted as nothing, man. Okay, so this is another example of yet another form of supremacy from the Lord, man. That the Lord has set a certain sect of people, which is the sect of Israel. And if you want to really get even more microscopic into the term, the elect, all right, we have been chosen. The elect has been chosen to be that chosen vessel from the Lord, man. The supreme being. Okay, like all you hear in all these movies, all right, talking about supreme beings. The elect are those supreme beings, man, alongside of YAHWASHI, man. Okay,
Con, I got a precept real quick.
Con, go ahead.
Con, Deuteronomy chapter 4, the point is verse 7, start verse 6. It says, "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things, that we call upon him for?" All right. So what nation is so nigh unto their power, man? You know, the Lord YAHWAH, going back into that supremacy, man. The Lord YAHWAH has chosen us above all nations, man, by default, man. Okay, nobody can stop that, bro. You can't. What's written, it must be fulfilled. You can't go back and scribble this out, man. Just say add not or take from it, man. All right. The Lord has chosen us over these people, man. Okay. So I just want to bring that out through the Spirit, brothers.
I got something real quick. It's 2 Samuel 7, verse. I'm gonna start.
Hey, real quick. And Jake gonna know, 2/3 gonna know that they are the children of the Lord after death by pain, man. Since they don't want to get it on this side, all right. Since they don't want to hearken unto the word, the Lord is just gonna take them out, man. All right. Because when this famine hit, man, best believe Jake gonna be running up to us, man. All right, they always did want to run up to at the last minute. You know, Jake is a last minute nation, man. All right. So I just want to say that.
Just like the Apostle Ramla was speaking about in his last couple videos, man. You know, Jake likes to wait till the last minute when he's getting his ass whooped, when he's going through some shit to finally decide to call upon the Lord, man. Well, guess what? When this famine of this word that the Lord is brewing as we speak, all right. The Lord is just stirring this pot, concocting up this remedy of the famine of the word. All right, and when it finally kicks in, that's when you niggas are gonna decide to want to call upon the Lord, man. That's when you niggas are gonna decide to, oh shit, I got to get up out here and go look for those men that I used to see on the streets, man. But then it's gonna be too late for you, man. Then it's gonna be too late for you women. Then it's gonna be too late for you niggas out there, man. Because the word it ran its course, man. The word being pushed out there ran its course. You know, brothers got any precepts?
Con.
Come, go ahead.
This is Acts. If you can bear with me, I got an account that Acts the 5th chapter is Acts 5 verse 17. Then the high priest rose up, and all they that were with him, which is the sect of the Sadducees, and were filled with indignation, and laid their hands on the apostles, and put them in the common prison. So this is just pretty much a precept on the family of the word. It says, but the angel of the Lord by night opened the prison doors and brought them forth and said, go stand and speak in the temple to the people all the words of this life. All right. And what happened to Peter and apostles, man? All right, they were healing people. They was preaching the doctrine, preaching to them YAHAWASHI. All right, so same thing now. They is trying to bring forth the family of the word. They're trying to censor, what we're saying. All right, but this is the spirit we coming with. Okay, it says, you got something you want to say?
No, I was just saying, I know where you're going. Come.
Oh, okay. Hey, anytime you want to intervene, go ahead. It says 21, and when they heard that, they entered into the temple early in the morning and taught, but the high priest came, and they that were with him, and called the council together, and all the sin of the children of Israel, and sent to the prison to have them brought. But when the officers came and found them not in the prison, they returned and told, saying, the prison truly found we shut with all safety, and the keeper standing without before the doors, but when we had opened, we found no man within. All right, that goes to show you, man, the things that, because look, Esau is moving in on us, man, on the left hand side, censoring. So just every time Esau make a move, the Most High is gonna make a move. All right, Esau is trying to because that was heavy, man. A lot of brothers posted up videos. All right, concerning that article, Mayum did a video. Then Mayum also got an email. I got an email also. I did a video on it. Then a brother commented on my page and said, this is why. Then he posted that same article you did a video on. And then the brother, the elder Kazak, I believe, Yahawashi is coming back. He did a video on it also. And then so many brothers did videos about their videos being taken down for some sort of supremacy. All right, so that's Esau making the move on the left-hand side. So the Most High, he's going to do something to us soon. It's a balance. He's going to equalize it, man. All right, whether Lord's will we get spiritual powers or whatnot, but these are the things that we're coming into, man. They locking brothers up, and mysteriously brothers just disappear out of the cage or be loose, and then out preaching the word again. All right, these are the times that we're living in. All right, as the brother stated, the word as it ran its course, now it's going to be about actions. Is why you go in the book of Acts. All right, actions. All right, it says
what chapter and verse are you at again?
I'm at verse 21, 22, Acts 5.
Okay, come.
It says, but when the officers came and found them not in the prison, they returned and told, saying, the prison truly found we shut with all safety, and the keeper standing without before the doors. But when we had opened, we found no man within. Now when the high priest and the captain of the temple and the chief priest heard these things, they doubted of them whereunto this would grow. Then came one and told them, saying, behold, the men whom ye put in prison are standing in temple and teaching the people. All right. It says
that's the same thing's gonna happen again. All right, he's gonna threaten. All right, he's gonna try to as the script chapter's gonna go into, he's gonna try to discourage us from preaching the word. But what's gonna happen, is of course the brothers are gonna continue to push, but this time, since Esau, he has the ability. It was really how about Shema Shai gave Esau the ability this time around to bring the famine of the word, because now he's just gonna just easily just shut it down, because he's starting through all these what he just did, taking down the supremacist videos, which that's not new. They've been saying that they've been blacklisting us as hate groups and supremacist groups. All right, on the SPF, what is it, the SPL, Southern Poverty Line, whatever. All right, you got Project Megiddo. All these things have been leading up Because Esau, he's been plotting because he knows it's not nothing new. The apostles been out there for decades preaching this word. So now, that this technology has been able to carry this word throughout the four corners of the earth. Now the Lord has given him the ability to bring the famine of the word now, and to come like a flood. But as the brother's about to read, that's not going to stop. That's not going to stop the will of the heavenly Father. All right, because just as the apostles of old were not discouraged from Esau's nonsense, well, guess what? The same thing's going to happen again. Go ahead, Doc.
Con. Back in Acts 5 verse 22, it says, matter of fact, verse 23, saying the prison truly found we shut with all safety, and the keeper standing without before the doors. But when he had opened, we found no man within. Now when the high priest and the captain of the temple and the chief priests heard these things, they doubted of them whereunto this would grow. Then came one and told him, saying, behold, the men whom ye put in prison are standing in the temple and teaching the people. Then went the captain with the officers and brought them without violence, for they feared the people, lest they should have been stoned. All right, because these men was known for their miracles. These men were, and that's when the elders say, we're not looking to be famous, but the fame's going to come. All right, they feared, to touch us, Lord willing, we those men, and because they feared the people. All right, because pretty much the people, you had some of the people on their side, man, like, hey, man, don't touch these men. All right, they acknowledge that these were holy men. All right, these men, the scriptures say, they marveled that the Most High had given such power unto men. All right, so they recognize that, man. All right.
Hey, and brothers have seen that before already at camps on a low level. People, you have some scoffers or some demons come up, and then some random people, even heathens sometimes, or they may look like heathens, they'll come up in our defense. So people are, really didn't understand, but they see the power that YAHAWASHI is bestowing upon his prophets, the servants.
That's right, brother.
Hey, because we seen real quick, we seen that at camp. That one time the brother Osh, from Miami that came down. We was all in St. Pete.
Yep.
And that one homeless dude put the other dude in a guillotine.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
he put him in a full Nelson.
He's
like, leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I still got those videos.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, that was we done seen many beautiful things like that. It just can't all come to mind right now, but we done seen many things like that, man. Lord just fighting for us.
Hey, real quick, one time out here in Tampa, when we were in downtown Tampa, there was people trying to get in the argument with us, and out of nowhere, because they were trying to fight us, out of nowhere came a woman running, saying, "I saw y'all been messing with them. I'm gonna call the cops on you people." So it just, and that's just like the brother Osh was just saying, man. That's on a low level, man. Compared to what's really getting ready to come, man. Because it is, Go ahead.
No, you're right. Because we lost. As we was talking about the martyrs, we lost so many times, man. This is not going to be the time where they're going to kill Jerusalem that kills the prophets. All right, as the scriptures say, we live in the times where the judgment of those that kill the prophets, the blood is going to be required in these times of those people that killed us. All right, in the past lives, Lord willing, we be those men. All right, that blood is going to be required of them this time. All right. You got it.
Yeah. Right. This is Luke chapter 11, verse 50. That the blood of all the prophets, which was shed from the foundation of the world.
Start up something quick.
That's beautiful.
We started at 47 if we want to go all the way up there.
What the point?
Yeah, that was it.
No, I'm saying the point was
required of this generation.
All right, yeah, we can start 47 real quick.
Go ahead. All right, this is Luke chapter 11, verse 47. Woe unto you, for ye build the sculptures of the prophets, and your fathers killed them. Truly you bear witness that ye allowed the deeds of your fathers. Because that's the generation today. The things that they do. They're adulterers, they're murderers, they're non-believers. This is that wicked generation all over again.
That's why Yahawashi said real quick. That's why Yahawashi said this. generation shall not pass. You know, because they, like the brother said, they're required, man. Though those same 2/3 that didn't believe in Yahushua and hated him and killed the prophets, those Jakes is here today, still rebellious. They hate us right now, you know. If we could read their thoughts, man, these Jakes hate us, man, when we out there on those corners, man.
And we're gonna be able to do that soon. Lord's will, you know.
Hey, and that's really the main people that want the famine of the word. Because you know, back in 2,000 years ago when Yahushua was on the scene, they were the ones complaining to the Romans. They're like, look, they bringing these doctrines, you know, they teaching all this, bringing all this into Jerusalem, spreading their doctrine, man, and then they took it up to the Romans, and that's the same thing the 2/3 is doing again today. They except this time they on the scoffer boards or the comment boards, just yapping away, and then running the Esau. All right, their daddy Esau, just like this eggplant had what's his Mac 10, right? He run into the devil to do sit downs with him, man. There's nothing new under the sun, man. The same shit they did 2,000 years ago, man. They murmured, complained because they didn't want this doctrine to continue to go on because they knew it was condemning them.
This is Luke 11:48. Truly ye bear witness that ye allowed the deeds of your fathers, for they indeed killed them, and ye build their sculptures. Therefore also said the wisdom of the Most High, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute, that the blood of all the prophets which were said from the foundation of the world may be required of this generation. Yeah,
that was it.
That was 51. Okay. From the blood of Abel, so going all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah.
From the blood of Abel onto the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar and the temple. Verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation.
Yeah. So you know, as the brothers said, man, this is just a low level, man. All right. We're not going to be. It's not going to. What it say in Romans 11. All right. Paul made a quote. He said, I'm the only one left. I forget exactly. Matter of fact, can I get that real quick? You know, because Paul was speaking like
all the ones that have not bowed down to Baal.
Yeah. This Romans chapter 11, verse 1, real quick. It says, I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? God forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. God hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew. What ye not, what the scripture has said to Elias? How he maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thy altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what said the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. All right. So the Lord let him know, like, hey man, I got men preserved. All right, that haven't that he haven't killed, that you know that you don't know about. So you're not the only one. You know, you're not the only one left, man. I got men reserved. All right, and 7,000. You know, hey, who knows? And then completion. You know, so hey, so you know, who knows, man? When how many men are gonna be out there? But just the point is that. All right, the Lord is this is not going to be the time where all the prophets are just dead, man. All right, that's why it's a deliverance is coming. All right, Jerusalem is not going to kill all the prophets. Esau, Edom is not going to hunt all the prophets down and kill them. That's not going to happen. All right, so we get in a time where it's going to be a spiritual intervention that's going to take place, man. The Lord is going to lift up that standard. All right, against them. Okay. Back in Acts 5, verse 28, it says, saying, did not we straightly command you that ye should not teach in this name? All right, and this is pretty much what YouTube is telling us. All right, guidelines. Did not we tell you not to, you know, preach in this name? Did not we tell you, you know, not to put this type of speech out or this type of material out? All right, you know, that's what YouTube telling us right now. So they say, okay, we're just going to, you know, delete, you know, the videos. If they could, they'll put certain laws in order so they're able to arrest us. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this video was offensive. All right, you know, and then, you know, they would arrest us if they could, you know, but that time is gonna come. It's spoken of in Revelation. All right.
Real quick, if I may get the actual account of what that's talking about in Acts, chapter 5. This is Acts chapter 4. This is when they established that order. This is Acts chapter 4, and I'm gonna get right to the point. This is verse 18. And they called them, talking about the apostles. I believe it was Peter and John. It's Peter and John. And it says, and they called them and commanded them not to speak at all nor teach in the name of YAHWASHI. You know, so that's the same thing like the brother was just saying that they're doing nowadays, man. It's just now instead of them telling us not to, now they're making it mandatory. They're telling us we can't do it because if we do, it's a form of hate speech. It's a form of supremacy, which like we've been going into since the beginning of the lesson. Is throughout the whole entire Bible. Okay, apocrypha included, you know. So go ahead up.
And real quick, that it's gonna, like the brother was saying, that it is gonna become illegal. Just like a hate crime is illegal. You beat up a homosexual, you get arrested for a hate crime. Well, they're gonna make it soon where you speak against certain things, like if you read like the email they sent you, I'm sure it said examples of the Holocaust or whatever. So that if you speak up against certain things, then it's gonna be a hate crime. It's gonna be hate speech is gonna turn to hate crime. You know, they're gonna draw the fine line between free speech and hate speech, or the freedom of speech and hate speech, and that's all really targeted onto to the elect, the ones that are pushing out the truth. Because yeah, they're using Alex Jones and all these other whistleblowers, but they're all set up anyway. They all, you know, they're not really no factor. They don't give two shits about what they're saying. All right, they're not really exposing the truth like we are. You know, they might bring out things here and there, you know, but it's not like on the listen. We got the truth. All right, Alex Jones ain't got the truth. Alex Jones may bring out things, but they're just using him and others as a precursor to establish the laws that they want in effect, so that they can come and justify the means to the end when they come and roll on us, man, and start demonizing us, calling us terrorists. And all we're doing is reading Bibles, man, just like they did back where this brother's reading. All they were doing was preaching, just like we're doing. But look, they were beaten, they were thrown into prisons, and it was all for YAHWAH's sake, man. And it's gonna, hey, again, no new thing under the sun. If it happened before, it's gonna happen again. All right, Jeremiah 28:8. All right, the prophets are subject to the, you know, the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. Right, the prophets always you know, preached against kingdoms, against of pestilence, war, famine. All these things is currently is currently taking place again, and this is going to be the last go around, so to say. All right.
Hey, no, I was just gonna say real quick, and you know, when we get that, you know, when they do roll on us, you know, man, I'm telling you, this whoever those brothers is, man, the Most High gonna bless them, man. I'm telling you, because there's gonna be certain brothers, man. All right, you know, they're fucked up, and the Lord gonna unleash them, man. Brothers gonna get unleashed, man. I'm telling you. All right, the scripture say, "Touch not my anointed," man. Esau gonna know he fucked up, man, when you touch the prophets, man.
Hey, well, real quick, if I might say this, the men of the Lord we already got rolled on.
Huh?
You know, the Lord ain't gonna let that happen. There's gonna be some men that have to go through certain things, but the elect on this side, man, in these last days, man, the scriptures countless times talk about how we're gonna be okay, man. We're gonna be hidden in those secret places of the Lord, man. You know, and the times before we weren't hidden in the secret places of the Lord, man. We were still in the spirit, and we were still pushing out the words of the Lord. But the disciples, the apostles, all got put to death, man. They weren't hid from the destruction. They weren't hid from death, man. But in these last days, we will. You know, go ahead, on.
And you know, as speak on something, two things real quick. All right, and the video that was moved from the channel was speaking about the Holocaust. All right, the title, you know, I don't remember exactly what the video was, but it said Holocaust is a hoax. It's like it, HOAX, hoax. And you know, and speak on something too about, you know, we have the truth, Alex Jones and all the other people. All right, and they put out like survival packages and stuff, like, you know, things you can buy, like bug out bags and all that shit. That's really you gonna order that shit and it's gonna come to your address. So they're marking you. You know what I mean? When you order their supplies, you know, doomsday preppers and shit, man. You know, you order like 20 pounds of dry meals and shit. You know, they
military meals and shit.
yeah, you know that shit comes to your house and you mark, you know, they put that a mark. The people that's in that mind state, the people that's watching those kind of videos, they being marked because they ordering, you know, that stuff that you know that they put out, man. Because you notice Alex Jones, Christopher Green, AMTV, he said get your survival kits. You know what I mean? You know, they always trying to sell you something like that. You know, and that's who the government's looking for. All right, people is in that mind state of an apocalypse or some type of end of the world. You know, going back to Project Megiddo, those are the people that was marked. They say apocalyptic cults. So people that are with that apocalyptic mind are a threat. All right, to the government. All right, so Alex Jones and all, you know, certain, you know, characters like that were used, you know, for things like that. All right.
Hey, if I can say real quick, hey, shalom, brothers. Hey, I wanted to say to back you brothers up. Shalom. YAHAWASHI, Shabbat, Kakurash, Brakatam. Shalom. Just to back you brothers up, you know, in one of those Purge movies, they showed that, you know, where they had the girl was the one where the girl was like the main character. All right. And because she was watching those videos, she was targeted because of that. All right. Same with the same thing. But I want to bring out two precepts just to back you brothers up. All right. This is Matthew 24:9. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and you should be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right. The key part in there was for the Lord's name's sake, because really, like you brothers are going into, is really not really a difference between us and like the Alex Jones and the so-called whistleblowers. We all exposing Esau, but what? They are set up by the so-called white men. They're only exposing not even half truths. You know, we exposing the whole thing. Who are the children of Israel? Who's Esau? Who's the wicked? The whole plan. All right. This is the true doctrine of YAHAWASHI. And so this is why we actually being persecuted. It's not because we reading Bibles. It's not because, you know, we're a religious, so-called religious group, because you got churches and things like that to where they're not, persecuted or anything like that. All right. And they're the ones committing these crimes. All right. And I want to grab also Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that you may be tried, and that you shall have tribulation. Go ahead.
Yo, if I can speak on that as a brother Ashdeem this month, the year of not the year
Revelation.
The year, the month of Book of Revelation. If you read that, he was speaking to all the 7 churches throughout Asia Minor. All right, and that was just specifically for that. I forget what church it was, but that was specifically for that church. But now hey, that's for all the churches, man. All right, all these things are written for our learning. All right, because John was writing that to a specific church. All right, but now in these times we read that, hey, that applies to us, man. You know, I just wanted to say that, you know.
Con. So continuing on, it says, let me go back over to the other page. It says, Revelation 2 and 10, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You know, well, just speaking on that, hey man, like the brothers are going into, these are all the things that's prophesied in the scriptures. All right, these are the things that, you know, that some brothers may have to go through, but guess what? You have to be faithful unto death, man. All right, because you know you have to have how do you say, you got to be betting all the way on YAHAWASHI, man. No matter what happens, at the end of the day, you know, you can't be fearful of death, because why? The same power that gave you life can give you life again at the end of the day, man. All right. But then this is going to be some of our lots that have to be put to death to be a martyr for YAHAWASHI. All right. You got it, brother.
And back then, the apostles, they received spiritual abilities such as healing people, which that's one of the most important spiritual powers, to heal. But on this go around, hey, the Lord's going to give brothers, you watch these movies with people flying and throwing cars, you know, and, you know, just eating bullets like nothing. Hey, that's what the Lord's going to do this time, though. He's going to give his men those abilities to withstand the devil, man. Because Esau, he ain't ever had technology like this. All right, when 2,000 years ago, the Roman Empire didn't have Gatling guns and nukes and what's it, the drones? They didn't have all that. So now the Lord, like the brother said earlier, the Lord gonna lift up a standard. All right, so yeah, some brothers may have to die for which really that's one of the best way. That's one of the best. If you're gonna die, you're gonna die for the name of the Lord. That's the best way to die. All right, die because really you're putting your life down for your friends. All right, how should I say? He no longer calls the servants but friends. But the majority of the elect, they gonna be doing things outside of this world, man. Beginning with healing. All right, because really we're healing people. Really, we already got spiritual powers because we're healing people with this word. All right, we're healing people with the comforter. But what the Lord's gonna he's gonna bestow spiritual powers on certain brothers to do different acts, like we're reading. All right, and one of those main acts that's gonna really spook Esau and is gonna have to force him to bring the famine of the word and to start locking up brothers and doing this and that is gonna be that healing. All right, when brothers start healing, all right, brothers or people start seeing that people are drawn to us because we just healed somebody, or maybe they seen a video went viral of one of the apostles healing a lame man or a dumb man, whatever the case may be, what the Lord got set up. That's what's gonna, man. The masses are gonna come flocking in when they see things like that, man, as they did before, thousands a day. And what happened when Peter and John did it to the man that was sitting at the gate Yapa, or the beautiful the gate called Beautiful? They try to praise Peter and John, and Peter and John said, "Why y'all looking at us and praising us as if we did something of our own power? It's YAHAWASHI outside that did this, man. That's really what Esau fears, man. For us for YAHAWASHI outside to show his power on this earth through his men." And just like Yahweh said, he said, "You're going to do the same works I did and greater works." The works that Yahweh did can't even be contained in the scriptures. So imagine what the elect is going to be doing in these last days.
If I can say this real fast, the reason why the Most High is getting ready to turn brothers up on a whole other level is because, now is the time to take the kingdom. Because 2,000 years ago, when the house was on the scene, it wasn't time for us to get the kingdom yet. That's why Yahushua said, "If this was my kingdom, my servants would fight." So we basically had to wait for this time now. Now we're basically in the time of what Daniel 7, the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. So that's why the Most High is going to put us on a whole other level. Yeah. Because literally now it's time to take the kingdom. Holding back. Exactly. Because now is the time for the kingdom of heaven to be established. So now it's His kingdom.
And what pops that off? War. That's why we're in a time of war. No, because we're gonna get unleashed, man.
Real quick, like the brother said, the time of war. War always precedes peace, a period of peace, and this period of peace is going to be everlasting. All right, just like King David. All right, all his years of bloodshed and bringing destruction upon the heathen. Well, now guess what? The Lord's going to bring that one final time so He can usher in His kingdom, which is going to be peace. All right, peace upon earth. Go ahead, brother.
Back in Acts 5, finish up real quick. 28, it says, "Saying, did not we straightly command you that ye should not teach in this name? And behold, ye have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine and intend to bring this man's blood upon us."
Yeah,
all right,
and
so
that's what. Go ahead,
Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say in that time they were literally spreading the doctrine in Jerusalem, the actual place, and now where we spreading it, we're spreading it in Jerusalem again, but the people. All right, because even though it's going out to all nations and all the other heathens, they're hearing about it. We're spreading this amongst our people. We're bidding our people to the marriage. All right. So what they're hearing it by default, as the Lord said in Matthew 24, that the word shall be preached among all nations. Then the end shall come. Well, guess what? They didn't preach it among all nations back then when the countless brothers reading it, man. But we're spreading that doctrine. That's the thing, and that's why Esau is gonna do the same thing again. And it begins like before. It begins with the 2/3 of our people coming up against us, and then taking it to Esau. And that now it's at the point where Esau's already involved. All right, the 2/3 have already complained unto their masters, the devil himself, and now that's why you got the vocab Malones. All right, you got what's his name? Pastor White or whatever the hell. All these devils. Doing videos on the Israelites, man. Here it is. We just men preaching on the corners and doing videos on YouTube and online, but they have a problem with us, because we're spreading the doctrine amongst Jerusalem. The doctrine of YAHAWASHI Shai, which is condemning the majority of the people. Go ahead.
Kind, I'm got a precept real quick, as the scripture says, you have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine. As the brother stated, you know, back then, you know, the apostles were actually on site, all right, you know, at Jerusalem. So right now we're doing that again through the people, all right, because the scriptures of Jerusalem, what city of peace, all right. What makes a city isn't peaceful on its own. You have to have people there making it peaceful, all right. So it's a people before it's a place. So I got the scripture real quick. This is Exodus chapter 32, verse 34. Now this is Exodus, all right. So this is us, you know, exiting Egypt. Exodus chapter 32, verse 34. It says, therefore now, matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 33. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, whosoever had sinned against me, him will I blot out of my book. Now, therefore now go, lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. So he told the Lord told Jacob, I mean, it's like it, Moses to lead the people unto the place. So until they got there, it wasn't Israel. All right. So back to brother says, therefore now go lead the people unto the place, because he could have said lead them unto Israel, you know. But he said, lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, my angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit their sin upon them. All right. So that's just that precept, you know, people before a place. All right.
Yep.
Um,
Maybe because Israel, the land of Israel, was formerly called the land of Canaan until until the Israelites took over. You know, then it was called the land of Israel. But prior to that, it was the land of Canaan. Like brother going into. Go ahead, brother.
back in it, Acts 5, verse 28. And read that again. I'm going to the point, saying, did not we straightly command you that ye should not teach in his name? Once again, reiterate the point. This is what, all right, Esau Edom is telling us, all right, on his YouTube format. It says, and behold, ye have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine and intended to bring this man's blood upon us. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. All right, and that's the spirit we coming in. So, you know, they telling us, you know, hey, you know, we're going to remove certain videos, all right, certain content that you put out there for us. You speaking against the Holocaust, we're going to remove that video. You spreading white supremacy, not I say white supremacy. Hey, that's really all you hear about is white supremacy. You know, you spreading supremacy. You know, when you think of supremacy, you think of white supremacy, right? Because Esau's the only dude around here that's spreading, you know, that bullshit. But anyways, but when Jake spread it, it's a problem. You see how that happens? It's a problem when Jake spread it, but Esau even spread it for hundreds of years, and it wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You got something you want to say? Art?
Yeah, real quick, like at camp this last week. If we were dressed in white hoods, you know, screaming white power, you know, and burning crosses, that old Edomite wouldn't have said nothing. But he had to come up with some lies talking about 10 people had been harassed and complaining for some reason to him because he's somebody in authority because he wears a shirt that says security. Then it's a problem. But if we would have been white supremacists, it would have been all right. But since it's a bunch of, in his eyes, niggas and spics reading Bibles, claiming to be the children of the Lord, then it's a problem.
Kind of. Hey man, when the KKK go out of their little protests and shit, they actually had a sheriff and shit protecting them.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
You know what I mean? They had a police with them.
Yeah.
Hey, some of them are police.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, the point is, I'm just saying, like they have it supported.
Yeah.
You know, but like you said, a lot of them are, you know, they just change suits. You know, they put on a police suit. You know, but reading on, it says, and Peter and the apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. So regardless of all these crackdowns, you want to close out channels, this and that, man, brothers, we still going to go out and preach the word. All right. So there's nothing Esau can really do, you know, against us.
And at this point, it's you can shut down the internet. It's already too late. The word's gone out, man. The line has gone out, man. So it's too late for Esau, man. And again, you know, beginning with our people, they're the ones bitching and complaining. And then so Esau, since he's the one in authority, he's the one with the voice. He's the one saying, all right, well, look, these guys are hate groups, they're supremacists. We got to do something about these guys, man. Because if you really, you know, because I forgot where I was reading it. Oh, matter of fact, it was that article. You were talking about my on RT. It said that they're gonna change how the way the suggested videos pop up, and you go to the homepage and certain videos pop up. They're gonna change all that because they what they're trying to do is suppress the truth. They're gonna put cat video, a cat playing pianos, a little girl getting hit by a bicycle or some stupid shit like that. Because ultimately they want to suppress this truth, man. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what their ultimate goal is to do. It's not about people exposing chemtrails, and that's all they do. All the videos they got is about exposing chemtrails. All right, we've been speaking about that. They want to do is stop the truth because the truth that we speak of, which is the truth, is exposing every aspect of this earth, everything. Any topic you want to go into, we got the answers to it,
That's right.
and that's what Esau's afraid of. So that's why he's acting like
Unusual.
this in this method,
Yeah, very unusual right now.
Hey, and if I may say this,
Unusual.
Unusual.
if I may say this real quick, Akim, and Esau too, Edom, what it is as I was listening to a brother video on a topic as well, he say people that spreading conspiracy news or whatever saying this shit, he say only thing they want, the YouTubers say only thing they want on their CNBC, like they only want them kind of news stations on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, and another thing too, they want to cut brothers off or conspiracy people off in general. All right, and the thing about this too, just because it's conspiracy don't mean it's not true. All right, so they saying, oh, it's just a conspiracy. You have no proof, and then they want to remove you like that. You're not credible. All right, you claiming this, but where's your proof? That's why when in certain things like I remember. And like I say, this been going on for a couple years, but now you can literally see like they really cracking down, on these algorithms, so to say. And like I remember I forgot what I was speaking on. I was speaking on a subject, and then right under my video they had a Wikipedia link. Let's say I was speaking on let's say I mentioned Jesus, okay, and I gave, even though I would have said YAHAWASHI, but just using an example. Let's say I said Jesus. And I'm explaining certain things, how the Lord looked and where he was from. Well, they have a Wikipedia link that says Jesus underneath. They're pretty much like, hey, discredit this nigga, don't know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Here's the link. Here's the link right here of Wikipedia, some research about Jesus. But what he's saying, is bullshit. You know what I mean? Here's the facts right here. And that certain tactics Esau trying to do. I just wanted to mention that. But I think that's it on this. I'm gonna jump down to the point, and then if you brothers got something else, go ahead. This is Acts 5 verse started 38, and it says, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel of this work be of men, it will be brought to naught." All right. So, hey, if this counsel of this work be of men, and be brought to naught, but if it be of the Most High, which this is, which we truly believe, this is of the Most High. All right. Ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High. So that's what Esau's doing. You're not cutting us off. You trying to cut the Most High off, and once again, there's going to be retaliation to that. All right. When brothers open up the videos, brothers open up the videos, hey, call Allah, YAHAWASHI, give all praise, Lord, unto YAHAWASHI. We're not making those videos for, to push what we want to say. Like, we're the mouthpiece of the Most High. So what you're doing is you trying to fight, you fighting against the Most High, you trying to close the Most High's mouth. All right? Because we're not speaking according to our own mind. The Spirit of the Lord is upon us, and we're the Most High is speaking through us. Matthew 10:20. It's not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father that speaketh in you. So when you start cutting off videos and stopping brothers from speaking, you fighting against the Most High, and it's gonna be a retaliation. It's gonna be things you're gonna have to pay for. All right, the Most High is gonna increase us on this side as as he give you more power. All right, to increase on the left hand side to shut us up. He's gonna give us more power on the right hand side, and pretty soon brothers, the spirit been heavy on spiritual power, so brothers gonna start, performing these great miracles, man. All right, and it's gonna be the point where we're not even gonna need the internet no more. All right, people gonna be coming on the streets looking for us when the Lord give us that power, man.
The Great Awakening.
Con. But that's
Hey, if I
it.
could say,
That's
hey, if I could, if I could just say, man, hey, man, Esau, like the Most High said, he's caught in his own snare. He laid a snare or a trap for him that he caught in. All right, this YouTube just right along with everything else, man. Because ultimately, if you've seen how Esau put us in the news every time to demonize us, but what did it wind up doing? Things was there. The Lord was there to defend us first and foremost, but people wound up waking up. Look what happened with the Covington High School kids, how they try to demonize us there. But what? People started waking up to this fact, man. Every time they keep doing something trying to shut us down, people wake up to this here fact. So all they got to do at the end all be all is pull the whole plug. But what? That's going to admit their guilt. That's going to admit that they're actually wrong, man. You see what I'm saying? Because, you don't really try to defend some shit that's some bullshit, man. If I told you I had a Pokemon in my back pocket, you would just be like, this nigga crazy. I'm going to keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to sit there and defend something that you know is retarded. I'm like, I'm going to just let you believe that retarded shit. They're not over there trying to ban flat earth people or nothing like that, man. You see what I'm saying? So when they know, and really they put those things out there to keep people looped into, believing all kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they trying to fish to see who really believe in what. But nevertheless, like I said, man, once Esau pulled a plug, ultimately it's the Most High's plan. But when Esau go to pull the plug, it's gonna be nothing but a snare for himself, because everybody's gonna know what's really going on. All right.
Con. Brother Mike Allah, he got the precept that which what my initially said the video was based on, and we never got to it. So
Yeah, I had it on deck too.
oh yeah, all right.
Go ahead, that's the spirit.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahawah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahawah.
And that's the times that we're coming into, man. We're coming into the times of the famine of the word. You ain't gonna hear the words. All right, you ain't gonna hear the scriptures being brought out no more on the streets, on the corners. All right, as the scripture says, in the highways and byways. All right, you're not gonna see no more videos on YouTube, because as we see through this article, things are being shut down, man. Things are getting the pressure is getting put down, man. Esau shutting things down, man, to the point to where it's gonna get that YAHAWASHI is gonna completely stop this word from being pushed out, man. And then it's gonna be too late for you people, man. That at that point, then that means the doors of repentance has closed for you people, man.
Well, it's gonna be every brother's gonna have his own little ministry in that day. You're gonna have to happen to come across a man of the Lord to get the word, and that's gonna be very, very, very hard to come across. So we did the mathematics. Mathematics. Go ahead, you guys.
No, just speak on real quick what you said. You're right. Like the brother said, that's why brother said, hey, from the brother, brothers was, beautiful. You said brothers putting that spirit out, like, hey, the brother that just came in the camp, like 6 months into the camp, but hey, the order elder put out, but hey, the youngest brother in the spirit in the camp, he gonna be ministering onto what, he gonna be a leader over, however many amount of people. You know what I mean? Like you said, every brother then are gonna have their own ministry, man. Yep. Brothers gonna get ready for that. Hey, you gonna be leaders, man. All right, you gonna be leaders of people, man. That's the time we coming in. People gonna be coming to
Moses.
you. Yeah, exactly. Many Moses. Exactly.
Saviors.
Oh, saviors. Yeah, kind of, man. People gonna be looking at us, for answers, man. That's why the Lord said, I shall make a man more precious than fine gold. All right, and what's gonna make us this wisdom? All right. Oh, another thing too, as I spoke in my video when concerning this topic, I use an analogy like the truth is the best thing towards lies, and that's what we're doing. Like for instance, the Holocaust. You speak against the Holocaust, it was a hoax. Esau has an issue with that, and Esau could have physically beat us down or whatever, and whipped us and hung us from trees. But what he did was the lies are more potent than actual physical pain, man.
Yep.
Mental abuse, man. Because he told us we ain't Israelites, like don't speak that Hebrew no more, none of that. Right? But what if he would have told us that he just would have just beat us down, hung us, but we still knew we was Israelites? We would still have power. But what we're doing is the truth is that best is the most powerful weapon against lies, man. All right,
Yeah.
now we're able to revive our people and let them know, man, that that's what's casting down, the strongholds, man.
Okay. And that's why Esau used the truth and made it into a lie. He used the Bible to conquer our people and turned it into a lie. He brought Cesare, that image of Cesare Borgia, right? And he told us that, like the brother's saying, man, he used lies to destroy us, man. He used the white supremacy.
It wasn't physical abuse that he did that destroyed us. We could have made it through that. It was the lies. That's what destroyed us, man.
And that's why we're still in captivity to this day, because of the lies. The majority of our people still believe in those lies.
Time.
Hey, I was gonna
why the name of the Lord is so dangerous. Go ahead, David. That's like
Con. Now, just to back you brothers up, that's exactly what happened to us, man. When you go back into, the so-called Negro history back on the slave plantations, man, you had slave rebellions all the way up until the end. The so-called white man couldn't break he couldn't break the Israelite slaves. The one way he broke the Israelite slaves was basically taking their God away from them. All right, destroyed us as people and erased our heritage. All right, back in those days, they had really the slave patrol had us chained up and everything like that. Now they pretty much they took the chains off of our hands and our feet and they put it around our mind. All right. So now they got us not looking at the so-called white man as our enemy, but as our God now. All right. They didn't change up our whole God, everything that, like, you speaking of the so-called or any of the tribes, man. But for you so-called black people, you think that that's your so-called black heritage, eating collard greens and chitlins and stuff. Like the so-called white man programs you with all of that stuff, man. But you won't never rebel unless you know that you a damn slave. You don't know that the so-called white man gave you that. So see, this is the best type of slave to have, is a mental slave, because if he don't know that he a damn slave, he'll never rebel. All right. We was rebellion and slave rebellions all the way up until damn near the emancipation happened. All right. But then when Esau started giving us these benefits, like the scriptures say, a gift destroyed the heart, man. Esau took the chains off our hands and our feet and he put it on our minds, man. All right. This is why you have a lot of our people that want to stay asleep, because just like in Egypt, man. They wanted to go back and get the fish and all the nice things of Egypt. They didn't realize that they was in bondage no more. They didn't have to beat them and make them serve with rigor and hard bondage, because they gave them all the pleasant things. They gave them a little bit of food and a little bit of water and this and that. And they was comfortable with that, man. They forgot about what freedom was. They forgot who they were. They didn't know who they were. They was born actually over there in slavery. You see what I'm saying? But what? Our people, the same thing happened, man. They took the chains off of our hands and our feet and put them around our brains. So you tell a lot of so-called black kids nowadays, like, oh, you descend from slavery. I ain't no slave. I ain't never been no slave. Well, see, you can't even look at who your enemy is if you don't know that you've been in slavery. You won't never look for your slave master to try to take, to hold him accountable for what he did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that little piece.
Real quick, Israel. There's a correction, real quick. They did know they were Israelites. They were just born into slavery, like you're saying, but they knew they were Israelites.
Con.
Unlike today.
Con, if I may say this, that's why the American captivity was the worst. All right, going back to Daniel's 7th chapter. All right, the Syrian captivity, Babylonian captivity, Medo-Persian captivity. All right, the Greco-Roman captivity. All right, and we knew we were Israelites. All right, even in during the Medo-Persian Empire, Darius, Cyrus, they allowed us to rebuild the temple, man.
That was an interesting answer.
All right, so American captivity, the lies. All right, that is that's really the worst captivity we've been in, because we lost. We forgot. They didn't allow us to remember and keep our heritage, who we were, man. You know what I mean?
And nobody outside of the elected these last days fought for our nationality, man. At least during the Greeks Empire, the Maccabees, they were fighting tooth and nail to keep their nationality. But now, when after the time of the Renaissance, the time when the slave, what is it called? The transatlantic slave trade, then Jake was just completely done. They didn't know who the hell they were. All they knew was cotton and oranges, just
Yeah.
picking shit, gold, whatever. That's all they knew. It was beaten into them, and then with like the brother said earlier, with them lies, it was finalized. Because that's how you really conquer somebody through their mental,
Yep.
right? Because I remember Mike Tyson said this. He would not take his eyes off of his opponent because he would bug them the hell out. And that's what it's a mental thing. If you conquer someone mentally, you're gonna beat them down physically no matter what. You could be smaller than them, weaker than them, but if you overcome his mentality, then it's a done deal.
Exactly. You sit here and tell this dude he down at 200 something pounds straight muscle, and you 140-pound dude, but you constantly this dude mentally weak. You tell him he ain't shit, and you keep what I mean. You keep telling him he ain't shit. I'm stronger than you. I can beat you, and he started to believe that. But this man could just literally just destroy you, man.
Yeah,
Going back to the Willie Lynch.
we seen that happen this past Saturday.
Yeah, kind of put you down like Mr. Anthony over there. Now for the count.
Gun, Hey, he already lost the fight, He already went in there underestimated dude. Mentally, he already lost, man. Hey, I think Mike Allah had one last precept.
Yeah.
Okay. We can close up on that one.
Okay. Because 2/3 is a win as well.
Oh, and some.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, there's still some more.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Amos 8.
Finish, yeah.
Oh, finish.
Yeah,
Finish that up.
Yeah,
I got
so,
one after that one. We can close up.
All right. This is Amos chapter 8 and verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east.
Yeah.
They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahawah, and shall not find it.
Mm-hmm. That's what's gonna happen when wait, you just wait and see, all right? When YouTube is no longer available, all right, and shit starts popping off, everything we've been saying is really at your front door.
Matthew
Wait till
25.
you gonna
Matthew's 25.
Yep. Yeah, because that's when the unwise are gonna come looking, man. They're gonna come looking everywhere, man. Like, damn, where they at? Where they're gonna be everywhere they seen us on the videos. They're gonna be there every day waiting for us. And you know what? We ain't never gonna show up, man. It's too late.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, right now, you can barely find the apostles. I'm looking on their videos going out. It's like they in a different location every week. I'm like, damn, boy. If you searching from them, boys, that's it.
You ain't finding them.
Yeah, you ain't finding them, bro. I remember, years ago, they Elder Hobby like, look, if anybody want to come down here, we ain't going to go to debate you, but if you want to come down here, we on 34th and 7th. Like he'll put the camera on the street sign, like you can go down there and I'm going to see the apostles Saturday, and I'm going to ask them about these scriptures and confront them. Nah, like bro, like you ain't finding them, man. Unless the spirit is on you, that's it. Unless the spirit leads you to them, you ain't finding them.
Now it's undisclosed locations.
Come. Yeah, go ahead, Michael. That was it.
Yeah. Come on.
Hey, Mayam, I think you can go. I think he said he can done.
Yeah.
Come. All right.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 9. It says, "And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into the secret chambers."
So not only is you gonna get people seeking the truth and find a bunch of garbage, a bunch of lies, but then wit meaning knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is gonna hide itself, man. And the only way you're gonna be able to find it is if the Lord have mercy on you. Other than that, you're screwed. You're just gonna have to wait on the missile or wait on until you starve to death or something.
Hey, and also it said wit. So like it said, then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into the secret chambers. And it also, the scriptures also said that the men of the Lord, all right, the elect is going to be put up in the secret chambers of the Lord, man. I believe that's in the Psalms, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so the men of the Lord, those that have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, are also going to be put away from that, from in the Lord's secret chamber. So the only way you're going to be able to find this truth, all right, is by coming across the men of the Lord, like brother said earlier, man. All right, and this is verse 10, going and tying this back into with that Amos chapter 8, with the brother just finished reading off. I believe that was Amos 10 and 12, or Salakia,
8 and
Amos
11.
8 and 12.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra 5 and 10. It says, and shall be sought by many and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon earth, man. You know, so this truth isn't going to be found by the people, man. You people are going to be looking for this truth, all right, because you decided to waste your time now. You decided to not take advantage of the benefits that the Lord has given you by having the opportunity to learn this truth, and the Lord is just going to take it from you, and you're going to be bugged out in that day, man, because you're going to be looking for it and you're not going to find it, man. You know,
that's always a bad feeling, bro. You know,
yeah,
like
hey, that's a
some
horrible
shit be
feeling,
out there. You know, some shit be out there. You be like, damn, I knew I should have went. Like that feeling does not feel good, bro. Like it's like something simple, like something on sale. Hey, you know, they got waters on sale at Publix. And you're like, yeah, man, you know, I'm going to go get it before the sale ends. And then you go there, the shit's off sale. Like, that feeling, bro. You don't want that feeling.
I got a preset, brother. I got a preset for that, too. This is, go ahead, Doc.
I was going to say, it's going to be like that Dave Chappelle skit he did when keeping it real goes wrong, you know? And at the end, near the end of it, he would always say, at this moment, they knew they fucked up, you know?
Yeah. That's the worst feeling, man.
Yep. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
What are they? These people are abusing the ways of the Lord. Here it is, we teaching, telling you who you are, what to do, how to get right, how to seek salvation. Because we can't give you salvation. We can just lead you down the right road. But you know what? Our people would rather watch big booty hoes on YouTube shaking their dirty asses and just watching, you know, stupid shit, man. Shit that's not gonna profit you when martial law troops are stomping down the streets, man. You know, and now they want to go to the club. All this nonsense, man. They're abusing the ways of the Lord, man. They know what not to do, but they still do it anyway. Go ahead.
And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. And they, who are they that they're casting away? That's all mother prophets, man, the men of the Lord. They're casting them away. And the people you 2/3 ass motherfuckers out there that are just casting us away like we ain't worth nothing, man. Y'all gonna dwell in torments, man. And that day, Ezekiel 33 and 33, then shall you know a prophet has been amongst you.
Yep.
You people
and
are
that's gonna feel so good to us, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna feel good to us. As bad as it feel to them, it's gonna feel so good to us. Like, I told you, stupid motherfuckers.
The greatest I told you so.
Yeah, bro, that shit's gonna feel so good, bro. You know, and because at the end of the day, as the scripture say, you quote Ezekiel 33, Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, as it said, you shall cleanse the blood off your hands. You gonna feel, bro. I'm telling you, you gonna take the garment off, man. You gonna job's done, bro. Like you gonna feel like, hey, man, I did my job. You know, I was out there every week. I was putting up my videos. I warned my mother. You know, I warned my pops. I warned my sister. I warned my cousin. You know what I mean? You gonna really feel like, hey, man, I did all I could do to save my people. You know.
Now think about this. Think about how YAHAWASHI felt right before he said, "It is done."
Exactly.
You know, real quick, let me finish this. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 11 now. And they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. You know? So these people, they're gonna know it. They're gonna know that the error of their ways, man, but by death by pain, man. They're gonna know that they fucked up. They're gonna know that they had a chance, but they didn't get it.
Hey, this brother got one precept up. One precept.
Just to back up Kanakla, what he was saying.
Add it on, brother. You eat from.
This is Luke 17. Luke 17 and 10.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Luke 17 and 10. So likewise ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do. And that goes into us wiping our hands and saying,
hey, we did, man. We did all we can do, man. We was out there. The will, you know. But hey, any brother got anything else?
That's it, brothers.
No. That's it, brother.
All right, hey, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
To
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh,
Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahawashah,
Barak
Ba'ashem,
Kodash.
Rakak Wadash.
Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that taught us his truth, and blessings to all you sincere laborers out there, hey, that's out on the highways and byways, hey, warning the people, all right, of the things that come, man. You know, you brothers are doing great works, hey, and pretty soon, hey, the Lord is going to get ready to raise us up, man, and hey, just he gonna save us, man. We're gonna enter into that rest pretty soon. So with that, I'm gonna say, shalom.
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 Shalom.